First Holmes was born, then he got fat, bald, and tired. Sup, Holmes?
One thing that I was going to say too, it's like with the 3DS and the Vita, if developers were pumping out tons of amazing games for them, then I think people would buy more Vitas and 3DSs.
I do too. I don't think it's Sony or Nintendo who are to blame here. I think those systems could be awesome if people made awesome games for them.
How much do you think the 99-cent app is hurting that? Oh, yes, Indestar?
That's hurting.
Oh.
That has just outright hurt us.
Yeah.
The 99-cent app has, and I mean, I'm not talking about our games on iPhone, but we have seen, like, people don't want to buy a $10 game. They want to buy a 99-cent game, even on Steam, anywhere.
And if it's $2, they complain. And I'm sorry, the same people who will complain about spending $2 on a video game will throw $2 away at Starbucks on some fucking bullshit drink that's going to be gone in 5 minutes.
Or they'll cram a fucking yucky old McDonald's hamburger down their fat face and then just sit there online just like, fucking too much for your game.
Yeah, $2 waste of money, 1 star.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
And I'm sorry, man. If you're complaining about $2 for a video game that you're going to play for hours, something is wrong with you, man.
And women made, and they put their fucking hard life into. Oh God, people drive me nuts.
The 99-cent thing is pretty much the worst thing to happen to the video game industry for a long time, I think.
Although I love it because I have so many games.
Yeah, that's true. I do too. Suckers.
I've spent 99 cents. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and just sit there buying 99-cent games like a little fucking squirrel hiding little games away for later.
He's like a game squirrel.
It's so creepy.
You know, I think the way to counter the 99-cent game problem is what Tim Schafer's doing on Kickstarter. I've been talking about this for a couple of weeks. To let the consumer start at 99 cents if they want, but then pay as much as they want. I'm doing that with that stupid rock and roll album I made, the Talking to Women About Video Games album. I think it's, for a while it was 99 cents. It's usually $2.99. People just give me $20 for that thing.
Yeah.
I have no idea why. They just want to. And I think that would work for your guys' games, too.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, we had a different approach. We were going to do the $99 game. It's kind of the same idea.
Yeah.
Osifrat Krat asks, would you guys be interested in making a Bit.Trip RPG? Also, any Android love?
So, we would be very interested in making a Bit.Trip RPG. We talk about it a lot.
We do.
There might be a possibility that we form a smaller 3-person team to continue doing Bit.Trippy type stuff in the future. And if that was going to happen, it would most likely be an RPG. And
Wow.
any Android love, we're kind of just like snobby Mac dudes.
Yeah.
I don't really like the Android. My girlfriend had one, and I bought her an iPhone. So, but also it's difficult to deal with Android.
Yeah, I think I'm not as snobby Mac lovey guy as Mike is, but that's also kind of bullshit because I don't have an Android, and I would rather own all Apple products anyway. But I think it really just comes down to like what you said. It's like a little hard.
It's just way more difficult.
It's more difficult.
Our studio isn't set up for it.
Yeah.
Right. You said earlier that you'd like to have your games on all platforms if you could, but it's not as simple as that.
Everything except Android. Thanks.
So how would a Bit.Trip RPG, the core of Bit.Trip to me is what I was saying before, the visuals, having a direct link to how the game feels and also how the game sounds, and they all kind of bounce off each other. Menage a trois, I believe you called it earlier. How would you do that in RPG?
God, that's a good question.
So you're still figuring that out. Would you try to do that, though? Would you try to keep it rhythmic?
I think
we might. What? I don't know if we would.
I kind of think that any Bit.Trip game that we make would have to be a rhythm music game of some kind. I don't know how we do it in an RPG, but you know what? You could get nutty like the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga style, where you have the you know, the actions that you can do in the middle of your combat, and that could all be musical, and it could be like, you know, this dance. It could be
That's a good idea. Did you ever play Bust a Groove 1 and 2 on the PS1?
Are you kidding me?
Yes, we just did that recently, didn't we?
Yeah. And we also played Dance Summit 2001 on the PS2. Bust a Groove. It's crazy.
What?
Yeah.
How did you... What?
We did that right here.
We did it.
No one has that game. I searched all of Japan for that game in 2010. I like literally went into every house and every back alley and every maid cafe and every video game shop looking for
I was
Dance
there
Summit.
one step ahead of you, and I got it.
Son of a beeswax.
Got them all.
How was it? I've never played it. How is
It's
it?
not that great.
I don't care. I want it. So for people that don't know, the Bust a Groove games, it's like a fighting game, but it's a rhythm game, and you have to enter an input quickly before the time runs out, and you don't have to do it necessarily on beat. Is that right? Am I getting that right?
You don't have to input the directional things on the beat, but you have to hit the enter button, if you will. It's like the
On beat.
circle or the on beat. That you have to do.
Right. So it's kind of like in Final Fantasy VII when Tifa does those Street Fighter motions, except when you press the input button, it has to be on beat. So it feels like kind of a fighting game, dancing game hybrid, and it's really good. That might be good for the Bit.Trip RPG. You could rip that one off.
Yeah, let's rip that off.
We like ripping.
We basically are going to rip off anything we can. You know, we need our jobs to be easier.
Yeah,
No kidding.
something
Jeez.
like that.
You guys totally just did it. You just started a video game development company.
You know why? Because we were
What?
like, fuck this.
That's exactly why. We were like,
We're gonna do our own shit.
yeah. And then we made Pong.
And then we made Pong. Yeah.